Hey, it's Brent, and this video is part 3 of getting her to leave the club with you. So I got a response from the guy who originally sent in the very first question, and of course I've done 2 videos already, and so here's what he has to say. He says, Brent, you said in your video response that maybe there was no sexual attraction, and I did say that. You didn't have a sexy vibe, which is why she didn't feel compelled and inspired to take it further. So it wouldn't matter what you said or when you said it or how you said it, because if you're not that guy, it's just a waste of your time, okay? Because she's not inspired. Okay, so does good dancing connection and romantic music help building that? No. Okay, now, it's icing on the cake if you're already that. Okay, so it's icing. You're the cake and you don't need icing. Okay, but the icing would be great dancing, romantic music. Okay, but that in itself is not responsible, right? So that's the shortcut that we as guys want to take, right? We just want to do no inner work on ourselves and just show up and say some magic word and have some girl go, oh yeah, of course, let's get out of here, right? Yeah, right? That's what we want. And in fact, if you do that enough, it will work eventually, right? Say anything enough times, but it's not long-term success. You'll have to do it over and over again, forever and ever and ever. It's tons of work. It'll end up biting you in the end because you'll never be in control of your life and you'll be powerless, and I can go on and on and on, which is why I teach you to do something different. Okay, so no, the dancing and the romantic connection and the romantic music are not responsible for her making any decisions if you're not the right guy. Okay, so I hope I'm clear on that. All right, so it says, and now especially, so you talk about that, and it says, especially if I know what I'm doing. If I know what I'm doing? No, not if you know what you're doing. Only if you're that guy, like I said. If not, how do you do it then, given that I will tell myself the story that you mentioned in part 2, and project that image of a guy that women want to go home with? So I already answered that, okay. So, also, what if we had all the things mentioned above? Great time and chemistry, and it was early on in the night, and I rephrased my champagne line according to part 1, video part 1, or number 1 video, and leave the club early, or would I wait and make it later on in the night? Does saying it early hurt me? Or no, see, here's the thing. Again, this is very technical. You're asking technical questions, which is fine. But, you know, most of this is irrelevant unless you're the right guy. Because if you're the right guy, which I talked about in the first couple of videos, then the traditional rules do not apply to you. Okay, so when you show up, okay, it will actually be up to you when you want to leave or when you want to mention leaving. Hey, I'm out of here. Oh, that sounds good. Great. You're welcome to come with me if you'd like, right? So you could say it 2 minutes after you get to the club, or within 2 minutes of dancing with her, or you can say 2 hours later. It is up to you. You will be in control of it. Now, you are under the assumption that she is in control, and she is when you're not the right guy. When you're the guy who works really hard and has just a lot of, everything's very, requires a lot of effort because you're trying to talk her into something that she already wants to do with the right guy, right? So I hope you're tracking me here. So if you're the right guy, then when you say it, how you say it, right? Like I've already said, it's not, doesn't really matter, okay? It's just small, insignificant details, okay? Remember, most communication is non-verbal, even though we as guys, we love to have something to say, and I have all kinds of things for you guys to say, but I'm just saying if you'll focus on this inner work that we talked about. Okay, so you have one more thing. You say, lastly, or last thing, I really love Latin dancing and I travel to other cities to try salsa nights and attend big salsa parties and festivals, so I'm not using it to get something. That's fine. I mentioned that in another video. I said if you're using it to get something, that's fine. If you enjoy it, then enjoy it. But enjoy it and be the right guy enjoying it. Like you're enjoying it, and your story is that women see how much you enjoy it and that you're really into it and that you kind of lose yourself in your salsa dancing and your Latin dancing or whatever, and they find it irresistible. They find you irresistible, right? Because you're an irresistible guy, right? Women find you sexually irresistible. right? Now your dancing is just icing on that cake. Remember what I said? It's icing on the cake. So you say, but sometimes I get a girl's attention in the club. Whenever I feel there is an interest from ladies, I seize the moment. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with taking action. Girl stares at you, smiles at you, you know, you ask her to dance, however you guys do it in the Latin dancing and salsa dancing world. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't want something from it. Okay? Again, I'll hit that again. Dance to dance. Dance to have a great time. Now, your story, of course, is what we've already talked about. You show up being that guy with that story, and then you let it go and just let things happen, and they will.